Hello, beautiful humans. This is MJ with Mirrored Wellness Podcast. Thank you for joining me on this quest for self-mastery. In this podcast, I talk, sometimes ramble on, about all things self-wellness. I share tips and personal journeys that have touched my life. I hope you enjoy, lean in, and let's get to today's episode. Ta-da! Recording. Okay, hello everyone. My name is MJ from Mirrored Wellness Podcast. I am your host, and today is a very, very special, close to my heart episode where I have my beautiful, wonderful 15-year-old daughter, Autumn Rose Woods, with me today, and we are going to talk about some serious stuff that we're going through lately. Recently, I have had a lot of trouble with things are getting crazy and busy, and life just kind of gets out of hand sometimes, and we can feel overwhelmed and anxious. And this is something that Autumn also feels very close to as well. So we're going to talk a little bit about anxiety and possibly overwhelm as well. So Autumn, welcome to your podcast, girl.
Hello.
Hello. So do you want to tell me a little bit about yourself, and then let's say one time that you feel that you had anxiety, what that feels like for you, and then how you were trying to get over that particular moment, like the tools that you used.
Well, okay. I think personally, I have a lot of anxiety in a lot of different situations. It kind of just depends. I feel like I have a lot of triggers, but there's definitely certain times, definitely time that you helped me out of anxiety was when I was freaking out because I was at friends and I just felt very nervous to be, around people. And you just kind of helped me, cope with that by trying to switch nostrils, while I was breathing, and trying to, just do things to calm myself down. And usually the things that you tell me can help. Especially with overwhelming, because I feel like a big part of my anxiety is just that I will overwhelm myself with lots of different scenarios and possibilities that I make up and repeat in my head. So
yeah, that happens a lot. I know I just spoke with someone recently about their overwhelm, and yeah, that nostril breathing is super awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it honestly works pretty well.
Yeah. So for any of you who don't know what we're talking about, it is a Gabby Bernstein meditation. This, you could do it while you have your eyes open. And what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in and breathe out. And you're going to make note of your dominant nostril. So in case you didn't know this, you have a nostril that you're breathing out of dominantly I feel like it's every 45 to 60 breaths. So I can't remember exactly how it is, but and what you're going to do is you're going to notice which nostril that is, excuse my lovely way of talking, and then you're going to switch it over to your next nostril, to your other side. So say you're breathing dominantly out of your left side, you're going to try to get your brain to switch the nostrils. And I think I had said this in one of my other podcasts, but I literally feel like a Jedi every time I can do it.
Yeah, it's like I have the force.
It is the coolest feeling in the world. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, so there's one thing there. I do remember that conversation. What are some things, how are some ways that manifest for you that you feel are strange for anxiety? What are some symptoms that you have with anxiety?
I definitely think a lot of people get that same feeling I do of you have to throw up, you'll get a stomach ache, get really worked up, so you start to physically feel discomfort. And I know a lot of people get that, so at least I can kind of generalize that. But also, I get really hot sometimes. I don't know if other people get like that, but I tend to get really hot. It's a lot of physical discomfort when I get anxiety. Mental will turn into physical.
Yeah, I know I usually get it like top of my stomach, not so much stomach ache anymore, but I always feel very tight in my solar plexus.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it starts up there for me, and it'll move throughout my body pretty much.
Mm, absolutely. And so the breathing works. What else do you think works for you to comfort you? Like taking your
It
mind off of it, or
it may not be, I mean, the best right now, but I think in certain situations where I'm having a lot of anxiety, I like to just walk into a space where there's no one, that's quiet, or, smells nice or something like that. Something that can appeal to my senses that I can have to my own in the moment.
Yeah, I think both of us discuss this quite frequently, that we're very sensitive to our surroundings, and that's definitely helpful. It's definitely helpful. I think in certain instances too, I do notice that when there's a lot going on, so there's another example of being very highly sensitive in sense ways, is that like you and me are going to Walmart, and Autumn will physically see me get uncomfortable halfway through a Walmart because there's way too much going on, and I don't really love it. Sometimes the atmosphere and the people walking by make me very uncomfortable, and our Walmart trips are pretty quick because I think neither one of us can do a long period of time with a whole bunch of people in that kind of highly paced place. So that's definitely makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. What are some favorite smells that you have that help you?
I love incense. They always calm me down. Personally, I like the Nag Champa smell. That's a favorite of mine. I love the smell. I don't really like food smells because I can tend to get nauseous. I would say cinnamon, but like sometimes that doesn't work out. So mostly like smells that aren't foods but are like Nag Champa or like sandalwood, something like that.
Yeah, I like the lavenders. Oh gosh, I have one that's called Mimosa that I love, and I'm almost out of it, so I'm a little depressed about it. But oh gosh, we just did one the other day. What one was that?
It's called like Day Owl or something like that.
Yeah, I think we're collecting quite the array of incense.
Yes.
Such a tiny space. I know sometimes I walk in and it's like there's 5 different incense smells going at the same time.
We're notorious for that.
I don't like this one. We'll start another one, and it's always blend very well, but that's okay. Yeah. So do you what's just a fun story that you can think of between the two of us? Because I have been told a few times that we have and very interesting, like, people can listen to us talk.
To be honest, I think every weekend we have adventures. Like we're always doing something, whether it's like at home or not. At home we'll like cook and watch some movies and like yell at the TV for no reason. Or we could go out to Walmart, short Walmart trips, but good Walmart trips. And one of my personal favorites is when we went to Rhode Island for a concert, BC, before COVID. And just like, we had such a fun time at the concert. And actually, I was very nervous before the concert. And I was like, I want to go home. I don't want to do this. And you were like, I know you want to do this. And I did. And it was like the most fun time I ever had. And then after that, we walked around the city and just like hung out, ate good food. And it was just so nice out that day. And it was just such a fun time.
It was a fun time. I will have to say, it is one of my more awesome memories that we have with each other, because for some of you that don't know, I used to do music journalism, and I go to a lot of shows, and poor Autumn has never gone with me to one of those shows. So it was really nice to take her to one and experience a concert for the first time, a show, because that's like, it's just amazing. So it was really nice. And the city, both of us had never gone to, we ended up in Providence, Rhode Island, and neither one of us had ever been there. So it was really cool to explore. We like to go to Portsmouth a lot here in New Hampshire as well. That's another one of our favorite spots.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sushi.
Oh, yes. Sushi. Oh, my gosh. God, I love sushi. That is the best. It's a cool sushi place. I wish there was BC before COVID. That's funny. What is I just was like, I missed that before COVID. What's another, oh gosh. What's a memory of us that like didn't start off good, but it ended up, I'm trying to think of all the random adventures we've gone on.
Oh, we've gone so many. It's just crazy because every weekend we just end up somewhere like we'd never expect, I guess.
Random parks. How many times have we gone on like random just trips? Just get
one time we did go out and we tried this like flip a coin and turn out everything.
Oh my gosh, I remember.
In Portsmouth, and we literally ended up in like somewhere in like Peas or something, and we were just like, we've been here and there's nothing to do, and so we pretty much just drove around for a while. I think my favorite adventures are when we go out like past 10 o'clock at night. That's our prime time. I think we both do the best, and we both have crazy impulsive decisions to make.
And then I know both of us love our music in the car, but I'm super grateful that we like the same stuff, because it's nice to be able to like get in the car and blare. I think those are our best like conversations too, when we have.
Yes, every time I get in the car, I already know I'm going to rant, or we're going to scream about music, or we're going to be on the phone with somebody we both love, and it's just going to be a fun experience.
No. Those are the best times, the car rides. You'll have those conversations. It's awesome.
That's the highlight at the end of my week, being able to, get up, leave, and get in your car and have that long drive back home and just be blaring music. It's always so fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm going to ask you what I ask some of my other favorite people in the whole entire world. What is one thing in the entire world that will always make you smile, no matter what time it is? What?
Honestly, movies and TV shows, especially Labyrinth, everything about that movie I love, and every time I think about it, I just want to smile.
Labyrinth, I know. Oh my gosh, I feel like I should be able to recite Labyrinth right now. I can't recite the whole thing, but I'll be damned if we can watch it without you not reciting the entire thing.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So good TV shows, bringing people together for sure. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. This has been such an awesome experience, and I definitely want to have you on again, or maybe we can just sometimes record a really random conversations.
Yeah.
Really random conversations that we have. I feel like we have a good banter when I always find it a little strange when you get on the podcast, and it's a little different than a real conversation. It takes a little bit to get used to being on the air, but once you get comfortable, sometimes it's nice to, and then you start to forget that the air is there. But yeah, some car conversations with Autumn and Mom.
That would be a comedy special.
That would be a comedy special for sure. Oh man. And some of the people that we talk to on the phone too, that would be a very interesting trio of conversation for sure. So is there any advice that you might have for any other teens, or even anyone out there who has severe anxiety, anything that you can tell them that you would like to share with them to help them out?
I just think that I want people to never give up, because I feel like a lot of the times I just want to be like, I just want a quick fix to this problem because I don't want to live like constantly feeling anxiety anymore. But, for people who suffer with that, I just don't give up, because I feel like, once you get to the end, it's going to be such a huge payoff and you'll be able to cope for the rest of your life. And you can use these like coping mechanisms that you get from dealing with anxiety on many other things in life. So
that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, please don't give up. And always, like I say, like, subscribe, feedback all the way. If you like what we talk about, please share, please leave a comment. And you're a beautiful human. So reach out if you need anybody. If you don't feel like you have anybody to talk to, you can always reach out to me. I will either point you in the right direction or just have an ear. So I love you. You're a beautiful human being. Autumn, thank you so much for being on my podcast. I love you dearly. You are, well, you're my favorite daughter. She's my only daughter, but she's my favorite. All right. I love you, girl.
All right. Love you. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Thanks for coming on. Hey, everybody, you continue to be a beautiful human, and we will see you on the other side. Mwah. Love ya. As always, thank you for listening. If you like, love, hate, get value, don't get value, this podcast, leave some feedback, like and subscribe, tell your friends. Don't forget to check me out on all social media. All that is in all the podcast notes below. This is MJ signing off. You continue to be a beautiful human. I love you.